Imagine small town charm wrapped in mountain views, and every morning starts like with the sun coming up over the mountain. You're on your front porch with your cup of joe and it looks like a postcard. Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven, y'all. And when on Main Street, everybody knows your name. Hey, Beth. Hey, you just never know. You know where this place is? It's Waynesville, North Carolina. It's right outside of Asheville. It's where cozy cabins and sweeping mountain views come together in this beautiful package that's easy to love. But there's always more to the story, right? It's not just like what we see on the surface. And today we are diving into the real deal on what it's like to live in Waynesville, North Carolina. The sunshine and the shadows. So let's break it down point by point. With the population of Waynesville being around 10,600 people, it's kind of that sweet spot for small town living. It's just the right size, right? So you're going to be able to walk down Main Street and run into people you know and say hey in coffee shops, and you'll have people that are doing your plumbing and mowing your yard if you're doing that or whatnot. But it has that small town community feel that people really seek these days too. But here's the kicker. You're not far away from Asheville. So if you are seeking some of the amenities that a big city has to offer, well, not a huge city, right? Asheville only has 100,000 in the Asheville city limits and 300,000 in the county itself. But it has everything you need, and it's only 30 or 45 minutes down the road. I mean, depending on the traffic and time of the day. But then you have this beautiful small town charm, awesome community of Waynesville with recreation surrounding it 360 degrees that you can call home. And then Asheville's just a hop, skip, and a jump down the way. So people really love where they live here. Let's head in here, y'all. See if they got any goodies. One of the things that I love about coming to these small towns is you get to see like the local flair and these little mom and pop stores. Now this is an antique store, but the mom and pop stores, and every town has different stuff and it's always interesting. Now, the con and the flip side to being a small town is you're going to have more mom and pop stores, which is awesome for some people. But some people want those amenities of having a big city nearby. So here you're going to have cool barbecue joints and dive bars probably, and diners, and like really cool intimate experiences. But you're not going to have things like a Sam's Club, or if you want to go see the Smashing Pumpkins, you're going to have to drive your tail over to Asheville and get a parking spot, things like that. So it can be a little bit of an inconvenience depending on what your needs are. So if you want to have like award-winning restaurants and like big frills, you're going to be going over to Asheville. Now here's the flip side to that, y'all. There's not a lot of small towns that have a city that close. So you get the best of both worlds in Waynesville. I mean, you're a hop, skip, and a jump over from Asheville, but you don't have to be a part of that hustle. You can be living in nature, in your cabin, hanging out. I'm having a flashback to my childhood with Raggedy Ann right now. Whatever happened to Raggedy Ann? Do we know? Did anybody have an outfit like that growing up? I bet you did. One of the pros about living in Waynesville is the abundant and easy access to nature. Nature absolutely surrounds you. You are engulfed with mountain views. You are engulfed with trails. You have the Smoky Mountain National Park nearby. You have Pisgah National Forest nearby. Oh gosh, there's so many other ones. Let me think. There's Gorges National Recreation Area. Even in Waynesville, there are little parks all over the place. People really value getting outside in nature when you're thinking about the Waynesville area and Haywood County in general. The Blue Ridge Parkway runs right through there. So you can just hop on the Blue Ridge Parkway and take it for miles and miles on this scenic drive all throughout Western North Carolina, right from your backyard in Waynesville. That peaceful small town vibe that draws people to Waynesville also means that the job market can be lacking or on the smaller side too, right? Most employment opportunities are in tourism and healthcare, food and beverage and retail, and there's also some manufacturing jobs here, like Premier Magnesia. And believe it or not, this is one of the, I think, the largest manufacturer of magnesium sulfate. So next time you're soaking in your Epsom salt bath with your lavender essential oils, you think about Waynesville, North Carolina, I tell you. So yeah, there's some manufacturing jobs here. Other than that, we always encourage people to bring their own jobs, but there's also a lot of retirees who are not really thinking about that. They're just hanging out, going on short leisurely walks and loving life. Otherwise, people commute to Asheville too. You know, Asheville's right down the road, so people might work in Asheville and live in Waynesville. Woo! It is windy out here today, and it feels so good because the sun is shining and we are shining and life is good. I want to tell you about Waynesville and where it sits, because Waynesville is surrounded by the Great Smoky Mountains and the Blue Ridge Parkway. So Waynesville is sitting at about 2,700 square feet. I got it in my head like houses. It's sitting at 2,700 feet elevation. So that means you're waking up in many areas of Waynesville to gorgeous views and cool mountain breezes, and you can go hiking everywhere. There's rivers, and a lot of those are stocked, right, with trout. So you can go fishing quite easily. You can go camping. You can see waterfalls everywhere. I mean, this is known as the land of the waterfalls. And there are plenty of opportunities with this slower pace of life just to soak it all in. So you can have a home closer to town, to the main street in Waynesville, or you can have a cabin kind of out of town in the woods and feel like you are in the middle of nowhere. But you still have access to restaurants and bars and little stores and bistros, and you still have medical facilities. You still have doctors and orthopedics and all the things that you need, but you are not going to have the hustle and bustle of a big city. Now, one of the reasons that people really love Waynesville too, you have grocery stores here like Publix and Ingles. You also have bigger stores like Lowe's and Walmart. So everything that you have is right around Waynesville. You don't necessarily have to leave unless you need something on a larger scale or you want to go to some big event. Okay, we're going to go get sauce. Please seat your own self. Don't you mess around. You gotta seat yourself. Y'all vote down below. You want to sit at the bar? Seems like more fun. Hi. Hey there. Can we eat here at the bar? Awesome. Thank you. What are you feeling? Tacos? We found a willing contestant here. So how long have you lived in Waynesville?
About 12 years.
Where'd you move from?
Florida.
From Florida. That's a common theme today.
No, we live in Florida.
You live in Florida. Are you going to move to Waynesville?
Eventually.
Do y'all live here?
No.
Florida.
Oh, you live in Florida?
Yeah.
You're just visiting?
Well, just messing around.
You're just messing around.
messing
Okay.
around, yep.
You mess around. Where are you guys from?
Tampa, Florida.
Oh, Tampa, Florida. Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
That's where everybody comes from here.
It's too hot down here. We move up here.
That makes sense. I can
Now it's getting
imagine.
hell hot here.
And so you like the weather here, huh?
I do.
Because you have 4 distinct seasons,
Yeah,
right?
I never had that. I was born in Florida, grew up there, lived there till I was 40-something years old, and then moved up here.
Do you like it here?
I do.
Obviously, you stayed, right? So you found your people and you're hanging out and you got a good crew?
Well, when I first moved here, it was a little bit slower.
Yeah.
So it was easier than down south. But now, after 12 years, this place has picked up.
So what are the things you love about living here?
Well, I love our mountains. The weather is one thing. I love snow. We haven't gotten a lot of it lately, but when it does happen, I love it.
You get out in nature.
I get out. I like to hike. I like to fish for trout.
And where do you fish for trout? Or is it a secret?
No, it's not
Okay,
secret. All these streams and rivers, and they're all full of trout. They stock them every year for when the tourists come in. We're down in numbers for tourists.
Oh, because of the
Hurricane,
Yeah.
yeah.
If there's something you could change about Waynesville, what would it be?
I mean, it's probably mean, but I would get rid of half the people around here
no,
again.
I thought you like the people.
I love people, but I like to not be
Oh, you just
crowded.
want less people.
Yeah,
Less
just
people.
less people.
Okay.
Like when I moved up here.
Get rid of those people coming from Florida. Now here's a con. The housing prices can get a little tricky, right? The median home price in Waynesville is around $450,000. Not extreme, but has gone up in the past few years once people realize they can live anywhere I want to live. Now, it's not as expensive as some of the more luxury areas like Highlands and Cashiers, where they're really more resort oriented. Waynesville's not like that. It has a lot of people that live here full time. It's not a resort area. It's a locals place surrounded by nature. But it is attractive to people who are buying second homes and retirees cities. So you still have that competition. So if you want to find a home in an area that makes the most sense for you, for your lifestyle, reach out any of the ways down below and be glad to help guide you on that process. Because it's not only important where it is, it's important like what time of year you buy it. Because home prices spike during certain seasons too, and that can make a big difference. I mean, we are surrounded by the cutest places you can even think of, and surrounded with nature everywhere, and streams that you can hear, and birds chirping, and mountain views and vistas. It's absolutely gorgeous, but you're not going to be the only one looking at those, right? Here's a pro. Waynesville scores about 95 on the cost of living index, which is like 100, right, in the US. So generally, you are spending a little bit less on daily expenses like grocery and healthcare and all the utilities and things like that. So it's a little bit less expensive, especially when you compare it with Asheville down the road, right? Waynesville offers that small town feeling and smaller town prices, right? So this makes it easier to enjoy the mountain lifestyle without stressing so much about cost of living. Here's a lot of people here just enjoying the mountain lifestyle. Does anybody here live in Waynesville?
Nope.
Nobody. Where are you from?
Atlanta.
Atlanta? Where are you from? Florida?
Yeah.
Florida, man. Do you live in Waynesville?
No.
Where are you from?
Moultrie, Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, you're with him. So anyway, yeah, cost of living a little bit less. Your money goes further here, especially if you're thinking about real estate, which is what we specialize in. You can get more land in the Waynesville, Maggie Valley area than you can if you go out in the countryside near Asheville, like Lester or Candler or something like that. Also, you're in a totally different tax bracket because you are in a different county. You're in Haywood County here, not Buncombe. So if you want to have all the features of Western North Carolina with the waterfalls and the nature and the ambiance and the culture, the people, really. I mean, people come to Western North Carolina not just for the weather, not just for the views, but they come for the warmness and the kindness and the friendliness of the people. If that's what you want, and you want a little bit more affordability than Waynesville, it'll probably work for you. Waynesville does have solid health care for everyday needs, including Haywood Regional Medical Center and several urgent care clinics, and there's Blue Ridge Health down the road and also Mission Health down the road. So they have outposts here, and there's a whole row of doctors right outside of Waynesville, and family practices and specialists like orthopedics and cardiology. But for more advanced care, you're going to need to go to Asheville, or more advanced care, probably to Raleigh or Durham for specialists. So most folks make the drive over to Asheville if they need to, but most of your everyday needs for medical care can be right here in Waynesville. But if you need the bigger things more often, that might be something that you want to consider, because you're going to have to make that drive. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two about what it's like to live in Waynesville?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. How long have you lived in Waynesville?
A year.
Okay, so you're fresh.
Yeah, fresh, but I did go to school up here before. I'm from North Carolina originally.
Okay, where are you from in North Carolina?
Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Okay, cool. So you're familiar. This feels like kind of like a home area.
Yeah.
What do you think about the vibe and the people that live here?
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of vibes going on here. I mean, you have the outdoor vibe, the people who like to hike and get outside. You have the artsy vibe going on, lots of handcrafts, things like that going on. If you need gifts and things like that for shopping for special people, that's fantastic. The food scene is good here downtown. I mean, you know, and there's even like a yoga scene and things like that. So there's a little bit of everything.
It's like a tiny Asheville, it sounds like.
Yeah.
But not like big city chaos and
Yeah.
stuff. And if you could like wave a magic wand and you could change something about Waynesville, what would it be?
I don't know. I think Waynesville is Waynesville, and
Yeah,
you gotta love
totally.
it for that. And you know, and I don't know that I would change anything.
Yeah, it kind of seems like perfect as it is. There's a little bit of everything. Quick question. Do you see Waynesville being, like, the demographic being better for, like, retirees or families? Who would want to live here?
I don't know that I'm the best person to ask that.
Who
but
do
I
you
think
meet most?
Probably people, retirees, people who are looking to retire here, people from Florida up here during the summer.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are always, if you look at the real estate agents on the street, there's people looking at the houses for sale, and mostly it's retirees and people who are on vacation. And like, maybe this will be a good place
And
to
there's a
retire
lot of
to.
homes that are kind of suited for that, too, it seems like.
Yeah.
Do you go to Asheville a lot?
Oh, yeah.
It's just a little bit more sleepy here.
Yeah.
And you want some...
But it's also, I like to hike. So for me, like, I like that because I think it's easier to access the hiking from here.
Yeah. Oh my you guys. Are you here for the party? Oh my God, you are so adorable. Hi, you look like intellectuals that live in the Waynesville area. I don't have any food, but I do have some questions. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you hop up? Oh, you are so cute. And you do have some experience here, is that correct? Yes, that is correct. I've lived here right by the creek for years and years. Oh, yes? Awesome. Do you have lots of siblings around here? Generations and generations of my family has lived in the Waynesville, Haywood County area. That's what they're saying. It's not me. Here we are. We are at the median home priced property, and it has fantastic views. You're gonna freak out. But guess what else it has? A huge deck off to the side. Now, everybody, when they come to Waynesville, they think about cabin feel, right? This is a log cabin on 1.21 acres. But guess what? Here's the super secret about this property. You don't have a lot to maintain because you don't have a lot of land. But it is surrounded with conservation land. So nobody's going to be building right in your backyard. Look at this huge covered deck right here. This thing is massive, y'all. Let's head inside and see what they got. Okay, so we head on into this kitchen, cabinesque. It has a cabinesque feel. You just plop right through there because you're not going to be spending a lot of time in that kitchen cooking when you are on vacation. Look at this living room. This is awesome. And this big stone fireplace here. You have some vaulted ceilings with a loft up top, and I could just imagine having a huge dining room table right here overlooking the back. But you're not going to believe what's out in the front, but you have to wait just a minute. We have a bathroom off to the side here, a nice little bedroom right here, but on the other side is the primary. So here we have the primary right over here. Come on in, right on the main level. You have carpet here. Now don't you look out that window, because we're gonna go out there in a minute. I don't want you to sneak peek anything. Come on through here. You have a big double vanity bathroom. This is a kind of fun layout too. Come all around this corner. Whoop, whoop. You have a jacuzzi tub in here, a little potty toile, some extra storage space, and here's where your laundry would go in this big room, maybe, or just a huge closet. Okay, so here we have the loft. We're going upstairs. This is all white carpet, so it feels kind of like a spa. I love wood and white carpet. Now you can overlook the living room down here, and you can yell to Johnny and say, "Hey, Johnny." Now you have views. This is what people are looking for in Waynesville. You have views out almost every window of this home. Now keep in mind, this is at the median sales price. So in Waynesville, when you're thinking about coming here and you're getting a cabin or you're getting a retirement home, something like that, and you want views and you want privacy, you don't have to have 12 million acres. You can have 1 or 2 acres surrounded with private land for the median sales price of $450,000. That's pretty cool when you're thinking about retirement budget. Now let's go outside and check out those views. Look at this massive deck, y'all. Now, this connects with the other covered deck in the front right there. And then look at these views. Oh, my goodness. This is why people come to Western North Carolina. They want that slower pace of life. They want to be able to look out over long-range views and not have people butted up right against them, so that they have a little bit of privacy and can chill. They can do what they want, right? I love this deck. Now there's this goes into the bedroom, this goes into the living room, into the other bedroom as well. There's a fire pit here, so you have some extra covered space down there, and you can also chill out with that fire pit, but there's also a flat backyard. Sometimes in Western North Carolina, if you want views, you might have to sacrifice some flat yard space, which can be a little bit of a dilemma for people, right? This is a great property because you do have a flat backyard, which we're going to go there, and you do have mountain views. So you got the best of both worlds, and you do have friends that come with the property too. Now this is Mr. Bear, and Mr. Bear loves mountain living in general. You know, he likes to catch fish, and he's got a little pole here with a bird on it. You know, what bears do normally. Okay, now coming back down into the backyard, I'm going to do a little hop-de-loo right here. Try not to step on any creatures. But look at this flat backyard and look at all the forest all around you. Totally private. And because it's conservation land, no one is going to be building here anytime soon. You have another fire pit back here. This is where I'd be spending all my time, because you have a little peekaboo views right in this direction too. little shed over there. This is such a peaceful. So check this out, y'all. You have a 2-car garage with separate bays inside, and look at all this carport space. So if you had a lot to store inside or cars that you wanted to lock up when you were not in town, you could do that easily there. And then I would say you could fit another 2 cars right down here, or have this whole covered area as a party place, but you also have the party place upstairs. So you got to be doing a lot of partying, right? That's fun. Okay. We could do that. So that's the real story about Waynesville. You heard it from me, you heard it from the locals. You got to see it with your own eyes. There's a lot to it, right? The sunshine and the shadow and everything in between. It's a beautiful spot, and it might be your spot. If not, you might also want to check out Hendersonville, North Carolina. That's another opportunity that's similar size and has a whole different vibe to it. So check out videos right here. Until then, ciao for now.